I'm Ringer, and this is my prospecting journal. Come on, let's go prospecting. Happy New Year's, everybody. I want to take this opportunity to wish you all the blessings of health and happiness for this new year. Now, it's the time of year where millions of people around the world are going to take stock of their lives, reevaluate where their lives are going, and make vows to make changes in their lives. And it could be something that's very, very profound change in their life, like saying, I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year, or to something trivial like vowing to not kick the neighbor's dog next time you catch it shitting in your yard. You know, there's just so many things out there that people want to change about themselves, and I'm that way too. And so after some deep introspective of my life and the things that I want to change in it, you know, there are certain aspects that could be better. So I vow today that I will eat healthier and I will quit drinking. And if things go okay with that, I might even quit chewing tobacco, because, you know, that's bad for you anyways. So those are my vows, my resolutions for this year. And remember, folks, it's a new year. It could be a new you. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I can't do it. It just isn't going to happen. Now that we got that new year, new you bullshit out of the way, why don't you say we head down to the creek and show you what's going on? All right, we're down at the creek, just upstream from where we were in the last video. I was down there a little ways. Wanted to come up to this area because you got this nice gravel bar going all the way across, stretching across the entire length of the creek. Rushing water during the spring thaws goes flying through here, smacks into that bank there, wraps around the corner. Good chance there's a deposit of gold. Another thing that drew my interest to this area was this right here. It's a little cross-country ski trail bridge. It's really sketchy. It hasn't been used, I guess, in years. But notice how the water comes through, narrows down, and then widens out. Let's get a better angle of this. So the creek widens out, which makes a slack area in the water, which allows the heavies to fall out, and that's why we have this huge gravel bar going from one side of the creek to the other. We also have some bigger rocks up in this area, or cobbles, and if the bigger rocks are dropping out, hopefully the gold is too. Now I got a little bit more work to do on my dam before I have enough water flow to run through the sluice, but looks like a very promising location. All right, got the dam built up. A little bit of water flow going through the sluice now. Hopefully it's enough. So this first bucket I dug right along the shore right over there. A few inches down, I came across this real thick, brown, sticky clay-like substance. And it was just permeated with gravels. So we're gonna give that a try. We'll run this bucket. We'll do a little cleanup to see if there's any gold there. If not, I'll try a different location and kind of do a shotgun approach here like I did last time. And we'll see what we can get. So today I'm running the mini dream mat. If I can't get this to work, I do have my miner's moss in the bag. I can always swap it out. But we're gonna give this a try. It's all set up and ready to go. So we'll feed this a little bit slow because the water's really not built up fast enough yet. So we'll feed it slow and see what happens. It seems to be moving the material through it pretty nicely. You see the stuff dancing around down there. So yeah, let me get this bucket running. We'll do a cleanup. So one of the keys when you're processing this thick clay-like substance, real thick and gloopy, kind of has a tendency to stick together. You want to have a lot of water in your bucket. And this is some very dirty, nasty stuff. You want to try to get it as soupy as possible. Get it as moist as possible. Then feed it into your sluice. You want to do it slowly so you don't want any big chunks of clay or balls of clay going through your system, because it will grab gold on it as it exits its way out. This way you want to keep it very well stratified, a lot of moisture, almost liquid-like when you run it through your sluice. That way you get no balls of clay, everything breaks up and performs like it should. So I got my first bucket of material ran through the sluice. So we're going to do a cleanup real quick. I actually brought an extra pan with me to pan into this time around. So we'll get this cleaned up, and if there's any gold, I'll bring you right back. One of the nice things about prospecting was kind of cold out. A lot of frost out this morning. When you bring your beverages along, all you gotta do is lay them in the creek and keep them cold for you all day long. Yeah, I can't seem to get this to focus very well. Got too much of a glare. But I got like so after doing the cleanup, we got like 4 little tiny specks in the pan after doing the cleanup. Very, very hard to focus on. There's a little bit too much glare. And if I get it real close, yeah, it's just unable to get that in the picture. But 4 little pieces in a 5-gallon pail. Not too bad, I guess. Not a lot of black sand, just a little bit of black sand in there. So we'll try another location and see how we do. So these are the next 2 locations I want to try. Just down where I'm set up there. In this little corner here, watch the bubbles, it's creating a back eddy. So any material during the floods coming in, circling around and being deposited in this location. And this down from that is this big rock. The water drops off pretty good. It's probably almost above my boots here. But if you notice, the water comes in, hits the rock, swirls around back into this area, which also creates another eddy, and there is a little bit of cobbles back in there. So I'm going to dig out around this rock here for this next bucket, and then the one after that I think I'll take from this corner here. So that was a little bit harder than anticipated. You got this big boulder here, and this big rock boulder here. There's another big boulder there. But if you notice, the water is coming in, crashing in between and flowing between these two boulders. Now, there's a lot of big rocks down there. I rolled a few of them out of the way, exposed a little bit of a gravel layer, and I was able to get a 5-gallon pail. That hole right there is pretty deep, and it's over the top of my boot, so I think I'm gonna wait until next summer when the water warms up to explore this spot a little bit further, because the gravels I was pulling out of there were looking pretty good. But I got my pail filled up, so let's go and run it through the sluice. Well, I did my last clean out of the last bucket. Got about 5 or 6 pieces in there. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to move on to spot number 3. You look down in there. It's a big rock sitting in there, coming in right off the eddy. You got a bunch of cobbles filling in right behind it, so I'm going to dig that out, see what we can find in bucket number 3. Alright, as you can see, I switched over to the miner's moss. I just didn't have quite the right water flow to be running that Midi Dream Mat. It worked. It wasn't running as efficiently as it should have been. So I switched over to the miner's moss to see if that'll help process the material better. So I dug out from that 3rd spot, and you can see the material slightly different. It's more of a combination of gravels and clay. There's some pretty nice gravels there for about 8 inches or so, and then I hit the red clay area. Not a lot of gravels in that, so I dug down, widened out the hole a little bit, all the way down till I started seeing the red clay showing up on my shovel, and hopefully we'll do good. Alright, here's a shot of the gold particles that I got out at the creek. Figured I'd give you all cleaned up, and not the greatest, a lot of tiny stuff there, but it is gold. Well, there you have it, folks. Another exciting adventure of Ringer's Prospecting Journal. I'm being kind of funny there. I didn't get a chance to show you a lot of gold today, but I did find some. So I just couldn't get it focused in on the camera. This will probably be my last video until the end of winter. We're expecting a Arctic front to come moving through in the next week or two. That's going to pretty much freeze everything in and lock us down for the year. This isn't the last video though. Over the winter, I still have that 5-gallon pail of Lake Superior beach sand to go through. And I got all the cons from the 4 days where I did some prospecting over the fall up at Lake Superior. I went through that stuff once already. I'm sure there's going to be more gold still in it. So I'll be reprocessing that throughout the winter to pull as much gold out of it as I possibly can. For those of you who actually do make a New Year's resolution, I wish you the best of luck on maintaining it. It's being kind of funny here at the start of the video, but You know, if you have some issues in your life and you want to make some changes, I want to wish you the best of luck on that. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on future videos. Until next time, folks, God bless.